But still the states are making the lokaits. And if you reserve the bill to take assent to the president, then in that state, that law prevails. Therefore, if you can say either sanction is not necessary or it is deemed to have been granted, according to me, even the word deemed should not be there at all. It's not necessary. 19 doesn't apply, notwithstanding anything contained in any other law. Section 19 shall not apply to the offences under the Prevention of Act in the state of Goa. You can make a law. Of course, it should be reserved for the President's assent. Now, Karnataka has done that, but not in regard to 19, but in regard to other offences affecting 197 of the Criminal Procedure Code, and has obtained an assent from the President in 84, 85. But this assent should be obtained before the enactment is placed before the legislature. So if that is done, I think this another major problem of obtaining sanction also would go, and that is a necessary thing which is not there either of the other thing. On the contrary, it says they shall take necessary permission from the competent authority. Then another deficiency which I found was in section 22 of the Goa Lokayukta Act is the same in this thing, that is, an elected representative shall, before 30th of June, file a statement of his assets and liabilities for every year and for succeeding year. Mr. Kala, please note one thing there. The word used is before 30th of June. That's a very, very ambiguous word. On or before is the normal language used when a date is fixed. On or before. Because a lot of questions are arising. They come on 30th and they give it. And a person like me says, sorry, it says before 30th. That means 29th. Which is not mentioned in the Act. And rest of it is the same as Karnataka, this thing that you send a report and you publish their name in 2 newspapers. This Act doesn't say that a copy should be sent to the governor. In our this thing, a copy is required to be sent to the governor along with the list of persons who have defaulted. And a notice of that will have to be given to the defaulting member. And our Act goes one step further and says, 60 days after that, if he still doesn't file it, that is on the 31st of August, you can publish his name in 2 prominent newspapers. This is no punishment. On the man, they think it's a compliment. His name coming in the newspaper is always taken as a compliment. But then there is a provision, section 176 under the Indian Penal Code. I have used that section in Karnataka. That law applies in Karnataka also. The section 176 says, any person who is required under law to furnish any information to a public servant fails to do so in the time and the manner prescribed therein, he shall commit an offence under this section, and which is punishable with 2 months imprisonment. 2 months is 2 months, the imprisonment. Simple imprisonment. Now, I am a public servant as a Lokayukta, not now. The law, that is the state law, the Lokayukta Act, requires an elected representative to give some information to the Lokayukta before 30th, and if fails to do so, he commits a temporary misconduct. But after 60 days, he still doesn't do it. Then he has failed to furnish that information as required and prescribed in the Act of Lokayukta. So it's an offence under 176. So we have filed it, the court has entertained, taken cognizance of it, and the matter is being tried. Similarly, there is another interesting, 177. There is no provision made in either Karnataka Act or in your proposals, or 2003 Act. That 177 says, such a person who is required to furnish that information under section 176 of the Indian Penal Code deliberately gives incorrect or false information he shall be liable for a punishment of 6 months. Otherwise, what happens? He will give whatever he wants to give. He will include what is not his, he will exclude what is really his, but there is nothing except his name appearing in the newspaper, correctness of which cannot be gone into by the Lokayukta. We have now been holding every return that is filed either by the MLA or the MLC. A separate department is opened to compare it with the previous years, and if we find any discrepancy, we have issued notice under 177, we have filed charge sheets also under 177, and the courts have taken cognizance of that. Therefore, that section should be included. It's not there in Karnataka also, but a proactive Lokayukta may do it. But it's much better to put it, notwithstanding anything contained in any other act, including this. Right? The offences provided for under section 176 and 177 shall apply for the non-filing of the thing and for incorrect information given. It doesn't require a presidential listening. You are only invoking the power of a central enactment to listening. Then I just mentioned the fact that Lokayukta is not a police officer. So I had requested the government to include the name of the position, Lokayukta, as a superior police officer under section 36 of the criminal procedure. That gives the Lokayukta to supervise the offences under the Prevention of Corruption Act. That is necessary. I mean, it could be misused by the Lokayukta, but that's a different matter, but it will be used for better, because very often we find the police officers in the Lokayukta, though they are independent of the main police force, they are all brought in on deputation from the parent organization. So naturally, their umbilical is still attached to that parent organization. And we all have our own opinion about that. So, after 3 years, a good officer does something, is taken away. I left Lokayukta. Just before that, they took my ADGP. They took a very senior officer, SP, was a very tough officer, who filed a charge sheet against Minister Katta Subramanian Naidu and his son. They have taken him away. Then a particular officer was invested with the power of investigating the charges against the former Chief Minister. He has been shunted out. No, all right, taking is there, this thing. But while sending the officers, if you are not a superior police officer, you cannot demand that give me that officer, give me this officer. So in Karnataka, I put when the relationship was good, we exchanged letters saying that when a police officer being, for that matter any officer, is being sent to the institution of Lokayukta, a panel of minimum 3 names shall be sent. And it will be then looked into by the Lokayukta from different angle. If he is not satisfied with any one of them, send the panel back and say, I want one more panel. And you choose the officer. Then while working so, you can always keep an eye on a doubtful officer. Otherwise that officer will ask me, who are you? You have nothing to do with me. I am doing under the Prevention of Corruption Act. You are not a police officer. I mean, these are small little things which goes a long way in keeping the institution clean. And that is a necessity, especially in these type of ombudsman bodies. Well, if from the beginning they had given a separate police post called the Lokayukta, which they come in, they remain there, they then retire, then we recruit somebody, then it would have been a different thing, not that it will make anything for good, because when you find a bad officer, you can't send him back. You have to remove him, then Article 309 to 311 procedure will have to be followed. contempt power of the Lokayukta. It's there in Karnataka Act also. I never used it, even though a lot of compliments were paid to me, which might have amounted to contempt. I never used to use that power, because I have my own doubt about the legality of that power. There is a judgment of the Supreme Court which says only institutions which are capable of executing their own orders alone have the trapping of a court. It's not all institutions which will have the trapping of a court. Therefore, empowering the Lokayukta either to initiate suo motu contempt, either civil or criminal, according to me, may not stand the test of it. But since it has not been questioned, let it go on until the court says something else. But we can make other alternate arrangements. For example, you can ask the registrar of the thing, without summoning the Lokayukta, to file a criminal defamation or a civil defamation against the person's that could be there. But since nobody has raised any objection till now, it is there in other enactments and all, let it remain. But I want to warn you that there is a difficulty in this